Good morning. It's early in the morning, about 5:30 on Friday morning. I just returned from a bike ride. It was dark but beautiful. The sky was full of stars and planets, beautiful, sparkling throughout the sky. The dark contrasted by the beautiful light, sparkling almost as if showering me with a sense of God's abundance. Abundance, that's the topic of my blog this morning. The abundance of God's overflowing bounty into our lives. In all things, even in those things that are not easy for us, that are difficult. God's bounty, God's love, God's presence is always there. God's presence is always with us. His bounteous presence. Yesterday afternoon, I took a bike ride when I got home from the hospital in my chaplaincy, and I rode past a little lake that used to be a quarry, and there was an apple tree, a couple of apple trees along the side of the road from the original land, the farm, that had an orchard. The apples were deep red, almost perfect. No wormholes, no scars, kind of hard to believe. So I reached up and picked a couple, put one in my pocket, and crunched on one. It snapped. It was bright white and very fresh, hard and juicy, wonderful. It's as if God had placed the tree there just for me. In fact, He had. God is the source of abundance. God is the source of all abundance in all things. As I rode home, I looked into our yard at the apple trees and pear trees in our yard, and I thought of the last few weeks, the harvest season, where we've been picking bushel after bushel of apples, delicious apples, and Cortland apples, Bartlett pears. They've been terrific. We filled up our refrigerators, the vegetable drawers, with apples. We have buckets and buckets of apples in our garage where they can keep cool, so they'll last a little longer. It is our tradition in the fall to go out to a neighboring orchard to pick apples, to pick a bushel of our favorite apples, Cortlands and Honeycrisp and others. But we don't need to go this year because God has provided us abundantly. God says in John 15 to abide in the vine. As we abide in the vine, we will bear much fruit. We will bear much fruit. These trees bear much fruit for us, that we might find nutritious juice and strength for the journey through them. Our strength, our nutrition for the journey is by staying attached to the vine, to the tree, to the source, to the one who gave us the strength, the one who gave us His life, that we might be filled with life and abundance. Today, praise God, give thanks for His abundance, even in difficult times, but especially as we look at the beautiful leaves, colorful in abundance, beyond our imagination. They're for us, the creation, to remind us of His presence surrounding us all the time and in all things. Give thanks. Amen.